I love the Patriots. I like them for 11 stars. I also like them on the money line for another 5 stars. I think they are ready to play.
Okay. All right.
And I like the under.
Ooh, look at that. Your hand disappeared. That was cool. B-Funk, shout out. Hand on the shoulder early. Monday morning, most of the Super Wild Card weekend Monday morning recap. We still got a game tonight. We're going to talk about that later with the Edonk. Edonk, you should, I know you won't, but go back and watch this. At least watch the beginning. Editing team's been hard at work. I know you won't, so it doesn't matter. How are you this morning? You all right? Okay. This is going to be short, everybody. It's going to be short because Wednesday's the real deal. We need to prepare for Wednesday. In case you weren't around over the weekend, the Edonk has booked Ivory Guy for Wednesday. We're going to talk some poker hands. At least one of them involves Tom Dwan. I think we're getting a craps story, if I'm not mistaken, which I'm excited about. And as Edonk mentioned, some of these hands are kind of painful that are going to involve alcohol. So we've got locked in. All three of us will be drinking during the show. So maybe it'll even bring something a little bit new to the show. That's all accurate. Everything I just said right there is accurate, right, Edonk?
Yeah, it's not really any different for me. I usually drink.
That's a good point. Edonk, out of respect, I'd like to start the show officially with a moment of silence. I believe we're never going to have a chance to bet against Mike McCarthy again as an NFL head coach. So, quick moment of silence. Okay, thank you. Mike McCarthy's a fucking moron. He is just the fucking worst. And then he doubles down in the press conference after the game. He says it was the right call. It was the right decision. What a fucking moron.
Well, it's losers blame others. Winners take responsibility for their own shit. So he's a fucking loser because he just blames the referees and blames them not spotting the ball correctly. Well, how about your team hand the ball to the referee instead of hiding it between their crotch? That would probably help. One, you would think that would be end of game situation 101. But
we can say with 100% certainty the quarterback draw was the play that was called, because he took
I do know
he tucked it and ran. It was called with 14 seconds left.
I do know with 100% certainty that intelligence is not a prerequisite to be an NFL player.
That's true. As soon as he tucked that ball underneath and started running, the logical part of my brain, one, it melted a little bit, and two, I just assumed everybody had been wrong about the timeouts left, and they must have had one left.
Does Mike McCarthy have like a famous dad that like the NFL owes a debt to, or what?
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Did some messaging back and forth with KL Cleaton this morning, because if you recall, we spoke about this specifically when he was on the show. I'm like, you guys are going to do fine. You're going to get into the playoffs, and he is going to ruin one of the games for you. It is 100% certainty. He is awful at his job. And again, I don't think we're ever going to get a chance to bet against him again. My prediction is he's fired tomorrow. That's my prediction.
How many years has he been down in Dallas?
I think this was his second year.
Too many.
Yeah, he's bad. Another thing, if you're in Slack in the Fade the Mahoney channel, back-to-back weeks, I have, these are not PGAs. These are before the weekend started. I have released free money giveaway 3-team parlays. Last week was plus 111. This week was plus 118. Both easy winners. So you should probably join the DGF community if you haven't already, and join the Fade the Mahoney Slack channel, because I'm on fire. I could go probably about 35 to 40 minutes on the abomination that early Saturday game was, with the refereeing, the coaching, the playing, the commentating. But I'm
my favorite, one of my favorite plays from that game is I think it was that game, right? It was the Raiders, Bengals. He got the kick return and then decided to just go out of bounds at like the 7-yard line.
No, it was the 2-yard line. It was a 38-yard idiot penalty. Could have had it at the 40, but instead he decided to have it at the 2. And then Drew Brees gets paid to talk about football. What a country we live in. He's anyway. Last thing before we get to tonight's game, just some real quick Calcutta talk, some recap. I've got it here. Suck it easy, squad. You still have the Packers alive, so congratulations on that. Also,
in your mind, who's winning? Who is winning the Calcutta currently?
Who is winning the Calcutta?
Yeah, I didn't get a Venmo from you for my team this past weekend.
Which team?
My Calcutta team.
Yeah, who am I supposed to pay you for? The Packers who didn't play, the Patriots who lost, the Ravens who didn't play, or the Steelers who lost? Who was I supposed to pay you for?
Well, eventually you're going to pay me for the Packers. I take that back. I'm sorry. The Patriots. You're eventually going to pay me for the Patriots.
That is likely. They currently have the biggest loss. This is worth a dime, right? They've lost by 30. That's worth a dime. So congratulations. The Mahoney wannabes, who I think had an excellent draft as an unbiased observer. Excellent draft. They have both the Buccaneers and the Titans still alive, hosting games next weekend. So that's good. Insufficient funds. If you have a 40 EDOC, you should pour one out for those guys. They're all of their hopes and dreams were rested on Mike McCarthy. So that's not some well-spent funds right now. There, Cowboys, Colts, Chargers, all dead.
How many what did they contribute to the overlay of this prize pool? Because I would imagine, right? I mean, like we could just say our marketing team made the Calcutta, a little bit of an overlay, right? They had a little
yeah.
There was a guaranteed prize pool. We just didn't get there. So
they put in just under 3,400. Now, to be fair, they were smart enough to get the Colts, and they had the biggest loss in week 18. So they did get a little under 30% of their money back. So that's the kind of ROI you're looking for, right?
So they contributed $2,500
approximately.
Roughly.
Yep. Milf and Cookies, led by Jody, who has no idea who's in their portfolio. They got wins by both the Niners and the Chiefs this weekend, so that's good for them. The Flying Hersey brothers got a win on the Bills. That's good for them. And I can add, of his 3 teams, 2 of them are playing each other tonight, and he also had the Bengals. So good week for him. But again, insufficient funds. Nice job, guys. I
just got a text from Burbs.
What does Dr. Burbs have to say?
Is your window still open today, or are you taking a break? About to start firing.
That's thoughtful of him that he gives you a heads up. You had a good weekend, all in all, right? Yeah, we'll let that be. All right, let's just do tonight's game and get out of here. We've already
no,
got-
this past weekend was a nightmare.
All right. Back on our very special Saturday morning edition with half naked people from Punta something or other, Punta Cana.
I told sorry to interrupt you, but I told my kids last night if the Steelers covered, we would go to Urban Air today, which is sort of like a jumpy house.
Are you going to Urban Air today?
Needless to say, I'm at work.
Yeah.
My wife's gonna take them though, since I'm not an asshole.
All right.
They were free rolling it. They didn't know. But they were free rolling Urban Air.
On Saturday morning on the special edition with that, we had the crossover episode with Raising the Nuts. You guys went back and forth on your picks. Trevor's up 1,000 on you, but you have the Arizona Cardinals tonight. They're getting 3.5. Are you sticking with that? Is that the pick? I mean, you already locked for 1,000, so I assume you're sticking with that for your official release tonight.
Seems right.
How many stars?
What didn't I put, like 3.5 or 4?
I don't think you did that one, so I'm giving you the opportunity to do it now.
3.5.
Okay, 3.5 for tonight. And just for a special bonus for the people, tell me who's going to score the first touchdown so we can have a little extra sweat.
Give me a couple top 3 or 4. Not good with names.
Los Angeles Chargers wide receiver Cooper Kupp.
Nice player.
Sony Michel, Odell Beckham Jr., James Conner, something called an Eno Benjamin, Cam Akers, Jonathan Ward, Kyler Murray, Chase Edmonds, Spec Brad's dude Van Jefferson.
Give me Kyler Murray.
All right. Kyler Murray is the official release. First touchdown tonight at 14-1. 14-1. That could pay nicely. Guys, Wednesday. Irie guys coming. Anybody have any questions they want us to ask? DM me in Slack or some other way in social media. I'll do the best that I can. That's this Wednesday.
Can you figure out a way? I don't know. I haven't confirmed this with him. Can you figure out a way to put an emoji on his head the whole time? Like preferably the wizard emoji.
There is no chance I'll be able to figure that out. That is why God created hats, sunglasses, and fake mustaches, though. So let him go to the dollar store and take care of that. I'm working on something pretty big for a week from Wednesday. So everybody cross your fingers. I'll give you a hint. I can't actually schedule it with this person. And this is no shit. I have to schedule it with this person's manager. That's no shit. So fingers crossed. That's the Monday morning episode of Fade the Mahoney. Anything else to say to the people, Edonk?
Where did are we gonna meet B-Funk for the game in Green Bay? We have to. I don't give a shit.
There's no chance. There's no chance. No chance the Rams are playing in the NFC title game in Lambeau.
I'll bring you some hand warmers.
Mm-hmm. Shout out B-Funk.
Okay, if they make it, would you go?
No. All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Because you don't want to see B-Funk, right? You want to go to the game. You just don't want to hang out with B-Funk, right?
Fuck that guy. Bye, everybody. Say goodbye, Edonk.
All right. Fuck that guy.
I love the Patriots. I like them for 11 stars. I also like them on the money line for another 5 stars.